Greetings, man. You be listening to the Alchemist Podcast. Here we be teaching you all the ways to kill your enemies without being in the room. Now please say hello to the fellow alchemists with all their own potions. Spirits be with you, man.
Oh god, why? Hi, my name is Miranda. I play AL, the daughter of Hermes.
Okay, man. We're going to make the potions. I'm Dylan. I play Bounce. He's a human ranger.
I'm not doing that. Hi, my name is Brittany, and I play Laurel, the half-elf paladin.
My name is Becca, and I play Mavari, the tiefling sorcerer.
Hey, I'm Macy, and I'll be playing Saran, the shifter sorcerer.
Well, hello there. It is just me again. It's your friend, Todd. I may not be your best friend, not yet. But hold on. I'm coming into your life. I'm wedging my way in there. And we're going to be the best of friends. Today is National Snack Day. Isn't that fun? You get to take all those things that you love to play with and snack on while you're idly doing some shit like listening to a podcast. You get to throw it in your gullet and enjoy the taste of it and the crunch or whatever you like. Personally, my favorite snacks are things that complement a good drink. Peanuts. Love them. Love a good peanut. Love anything with peanut butter, to be honest. Peanut butter cookies. Huge weakness of mine. They're just so good. Anything involving cheesecake. I'm not really sure that counts as a snack because it's primarily a dessert, but they have like little square ones that they sell at Sam's Club. And those are a fucking snack. Like, there's no way that could possibly make anybody happy, so they gotta be a snack. But today, I thought I would go over some of the fun facts about snacks that you may not know. So, one of the first ones that I want to say is Ruffles are made with ridges to make them sturdier than other chips. And they're also the official chips of the NBA. I didn't know that. I thought they were just a weird design because, I don't know, people like that shit. I don't know, people are weird. Here's one about fruit roll-ups. So Fruit Roll-Ups launched temporary tongue tattoo rolls in the 2000s, and we have yet to see anything oddly fascinating since. So they haven't done anything ever since then. They're just kind of like, hey, here's your fruit roll-up, have a good life. And you know what? That shit works. If your brand works, I guess leave it alone. That actually reminds me of one that they used to have. I haven't seen it in a long time. It was called Fruit by the Foot. If you've heard of it, shoot me a message. Say you miss it. But they were so good, and they were fun to play with. Most of it was probably wasted because you just unrolled it and it got dirty, and then if you went to eat it, your parents were like, oh, what's wrong with you? And you were like, yeah, it's delicious. But, some parents don't like you eating stuff off the ground. That's okay. It helps build the immune system. Keep that in mind. Here's a fun one. So Chex Mix is made by the same company that makes dog food. That's it. They make Chex Mix and they make dog food. They made Chex Mix in 1985. Ralston Purina. Yeah, so enjoy your Chex Mix, people. Eat it with your dog. He'll relate to you a little bit, or she. Apparently the recipe for Krispy Kreme's famous glazed donuts is kept under lock and key at the company's plant in Winston-Salem. Was that North Carolina? I don't know, but I feel like somebody's out there probably has gotten close. Personally, I'm not a big Krispy Kreme fan. Like, I don't think they're that good. I've tried them and I'm like, it's alright. Because, get them for free sometimes. The cookie to cream ratio of an original Oreo cookie is always, without fail, 71% to 29%. That is pretty awesome. I like consistency. I like their consistency. And I think we're happy. The Doritos, the name of these addictive chips is derived from the word Doradito, meaning little bits of gold. Maybe Doritos are more precious than we thought. That's fun. Pop-Tarts. Turns out Pop-Tarts aren't named after the way they pop out of your toaster. The name was inspired by the pop art movement and the creations of artists like Andy Warhol. That is actually pretty cool. Pringles. The man who created Pringles requested that his children bury part of his cremated remains in the iconic Pringles can when he died, and they fulfilled his wish. So he's buried in a Pringles can. That's weird, but I guess when you love something, that's how you roll. Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all get to this episode, but just grab your snacks, enjoy them, and I hope you enjoy your snack on this lovely national holiday that we are all going to happily celebrate. And I'll talk to you later.
Hi, this is Macy, and you're listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast.
She seems distracted, so if we really wanted to leave, now's a good time.
Mavari.
Forgive me, you can't break a promise.
No, I can't. It's literally tied to my oath. I cannot do that.
What else is tied to your oath, by the way?
What else is tied to my oath?
It's not lying if you don't admit it.
I mean, that is extremely true. But I dare say, Bavari, I almost don't want to tell you because I feel like you'd find it asinine.
I would never.
Oh, for goodness sake. Alright, very well. My tenets of devotion. It is honesty. I cannot lie or cheat. Courage. Compassion. Honor and duty. Those are my tenets. I cannot break them. You are encouraged to, obviously, be on a, as good as you can. But, things happen, so it's not, so strict, but I, willingly and willfully lying, that is something that I cannot abide with. It is a part of my devotion. I can't do it.
I see. What if we don't tell her that we're just not gonna help find Apollo, we'll help find Apollo, it's just not the top tier of our list.
That seems like a bit of a loophole, and that honestly seems like cheating. Another form of dishonesty.
Well, you don't have to talk to her, I can. Because I do not abide by your oath.
I suppose you don't, but again, it's more of the individual. If I do that, I might be, I'm just sort of, kind of thinking about, the legal loopholes. I'm not trying to get out of this. I mean, she's very concerned about her uncle, which is very understandable, and I have made it very clear, and I'll say it. For the third time, I find this war that they have going on quite trivial. There are people that are suffering because of this, whatever they're doing, as well as the demon thing. And I feel like that should also be something, but what my top priority, the high priority right now is getting to Athens and getting to Celtra. So, I'm going to help her, but we are going to get Celtra first and foremost.
You really shouldn't make promises you can't keep.
Okay, listen here, you two. Oh, just pat you, on the shoulder. I'm going to keep that promise, Mavari.
What happens if we're unable to help him?
You mean help her?
We were told the promise is to save Apollo. What if we're unable to do that?
Well, then I'm just I'm free of it. You can't get blood from a stone, as the saying goes. I'm free from that promise. If, hopefully not. If anything happens to Apollo, that's not on me. I didn't do anything. I just said that I would do everything within my power to get him back, and obviously that was out of my hands. I just don't have any... I would be free of my promise if anything were to happen. Be perfectly
Right.
honest, I almost feel like I'm free of my promise because I can't even get to where he is. We know where he is, but
In
we can't get there.
Iopatus's realm, I think is what it was.
I see. Well, I mean,
That's
we
why
can't
we
even
sent
get there.
what's her name?
Yes, you sent Athena. So
We sent Artemis.
Artemis, sorry. There's a lot. This pantheon is huge. Ayala was not joking. A lot of A names too. But either way, it's not that I want to break this promise. It's just that I feel like my priorities, you know, I want to get Celtra back. I'm tired of losing friends. And I just want to make sure that he's okay. I do the same for you.
Oh, good to know. If we cannot get her away from us, but if we were to fight another Olympian, that's an asset who has been close to us, who would fight against us. I say, if we can't seem to get rid of Ayala, we just... If we can't, turn her, or, like, we can't have her turning against us. We don't know what she's capable of, and she is the child of a god.
I do
We
agree.
fought Hercules, so we have some idea of what could happen.
I do agree. Ayala is a liability. I won't. That is a fact. She's definitely a liability, seeing as we have... I shrug my shoulders. Sided with the Titans, I guess. But I do agree with that fact. Ayala is a bit of a liability, given the fact that she has loyalties. It's her family. But I don't really know what to think about it. Right now, she seems quite harmless, innocuous, talkative, energetic, exhausting, but right now she seems alright. But I'm not fighting against Sumavari. I completely agree. I don't think that getting rid of her is the answer, because someone like you, if we are able to persuade her, she would be a very valuable asset. A wealth of information.
From what I
do
gathered,
not
she
have.
seems kind of like the lonely type who's not around a lot of people. Probably
True.
why she's so hyperactive.
Yeah. But she does also know a lot about her family, even if it is through, you know, rumors and such. And if we need any sort of, like, you know, information, even though I do not condone any sort of subterfuge, she'd be good at it.
True. I'm only worried is because her father will know where she is at all times. It's like having a tracking beacon with us.
That is very true. Let's do this. As much as you don't want to. Let's keep her at least until Athens. And then after Athens, when we get Celtra back, hopefully by then she will have, for lack of a better word, proven herself. Hopefully by then we can tell if we can trust her or not. And then, depending upon if she has, we either keep her, we gently let her go, and if she decides that she wants to turn on us, well, we know what to do about it.
Right. So, you're gonna be the one to tell Blouts, and Mavari will, like,
Wait,
pat
what?
Laurel on the shoulder.
Hold
She'll
on.
be incredibly thrilled.
But you're so good at talking.
But let's be fair. Let's be 100% fair. We both know that, Blouts likes you more.
I'm not entirely certain if that's true. I don't know if he likes me.
You are a lot nicer than I am to him.
I guess I am. I'm a lot nicer to everybody than you, Mavari.
Exactly! See, you would know exactly what to say. Also, if he gets aggressive, you could take a hit. I'm so glad we settled that. Good night! And she'll, like, pat Laurel on the shoulder and get up and leave.
Damn it, I hate it when you just walk away from me. Fine, I'll go tell Blau.
I'll probably have to wait until the morning. He has become one with the woods.
Yeah.
If we're not careful, he'll find another portal to the Feywild.
Yeah, exactly. Find it before he just sucked into another portal. At
this point, I think he'd prefer.
Prefer?
Yeah, no, that's fair. I will go find Blouse. get it out of the way. Blouse.
You can try.
Roll a survival check, Miss Laurel.
Can I use my sniffer?
Yes.
God
With
damn it,
advantage?
he's cursed to smell good.
So with advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Bloutz, roll a survival check. Or, I mean, stealth check.
Perception +2.
See.
Alright.
And you did say this was a forest, right?
Yes.
Ooh, do you get advantage? Let's do this.
Yes.
Alright, that's a 17 for me. You might beat it. It's only a +2.
I think he has a high dex.
I do.
Yeah.
I have a +8.
Yeah, my dex.
Oh my God.
Dex is not. Yeah, my dex is not as. Yep, you got away from me.
19.
A 19, yeah. So, Laurel, you go out there and you think you catch his scent, but nothing.
Scratch the back of my head. I'm like, well, shrug my shoulders. He's gonna have to. I guess he's gonna have to learn the neutral news tomorrow morning when we're about to head out. Shrug my shoulders and walk back. There's no point in combing the woods if he doesn't want to be found. He's fine. It's not like face down in a ditch somewhere. He's fine. He's got getting yelled.
Yeah. Saran, people are handing you food and offering for you to play cards with them. No gambling or anything, just friendly games with families.
I will accept to the card games, but that's a lot of food.
Yeah,
They randomly shoved at you.
they ask you if you're leaving tomorrow with the strangers, or the. I guess I'm gonna use the word heroes.
Well,
Begrudgingly.
I suppose I am. I mean, my task is already done, so might as well go on another adventure, right?
They kind of look at each other and then shrug. We're not going on adventures.
Right.
They ask you if you've heard from your weird friend,
Weird friend?
the construct you had with you last time.
Oh. No. I haven't heard from him for a while.
Chicken wing, motherfucker.
They will hand you a drink and say, I hope he's safe.
I hope so too. Well, actually, I know he's safe. Nothing can take him down. She will
They just
take.
quietly blink.
Oh, sorry to be rambling on. You have no idea about my situation or any of this. So sorry to bother you or talk your ear off about this.
They kind of just start idly cutting meat and pouring drinks. We know that everybody has a rough time. If you ever need to talk, you can just talk. You've mentioned your father before, but we don't know about your people or where you come from.
That's a very, confusing story, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. You all are very nice people.
A little kid will give you a hug. My dad's dead too.
Oh. I mean, my father's alive. He's just...
No, he's not. He died.
Oh wait, shit, he's actually dead. Fuck. Anyways, she's just gonna, like, rub the back of her neck. Yeah. I'm sorry, kid.
He looks around. A lot of parents are dead, but a lot more would be dead if it weren't for you and your new friends. We appreciate everything y'all do. And a lot of the adults will nod and pat you on the shoulder. It's true.
Just gonna pat the kid on the head. Well, you're welcome. I'm glad that we could help.
One of the older people will kind of just look at you and say, that weird small woman with the pointy ears and the armor on, she's tough, and she was here the first time that they came through Delphi, and they freed Delphine, who now watches over Delphi. He says, as long as you stick with her, you'll be okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I am terrible at coming up with responses to stuff, so I'm really trying to, what do I say?
What do you say to the kids who are talking about dead parents? That's a tough one to respond to for anybody.
Yeah. I was like, well, shit. Oh, what am I supposed to say to a kid that's talking about their dead parents?
Welcome to the world, kid, and just pat him on the head.
Welcome to the world, kid.
Does anybody have anything they want to do before you guys go to sleep?
Nothing that I can think of. I'm good.
Mavari?
No, I feel like I've done enough for today.
Fair enough. Blouts?
Do I end up in the Feywild again?
I don't know. Roll a d100.
Okay. 52.
You run in circles over and over again, looking for the Feywild.
I'm
and
not
you
actually
stop for a
looking for the
second
Feywild. What the fuck?
as the world around you is spinning and spinning, and you feel like you're falling back into the Feywild. Nah, you're just dizzy. You'll be alright. You just tell Geniel to stop spinning you around.
It's just running around in circles the entire time. Oh shit, going back to the Feywild. Wait. No, I'm just really fucking dizzy.
He catches your tail, or his tail, and he's good now. Sarat, is there anything you want to do before you go to bed?
Not really.
Alright.
Not that I can think of.
I have one more question. When you get your things together to travel in the morning, do you pack up Pakra's stuff also that he might have left behind? Like just a couple of memorabilias maybe, or things he's collected?
Yeah. Yeah, she would.
Hey, Ella! We're not going to talk about what you're doing before you go to sleep. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
That's fine. It's fine. Hold on. I can read. At a 12.
A 12? Hey, you have an early night.
8.
Good food, good drink, and good... Anyway, Alright. So everybody goes to sleep. Early in the morning, people are waking up, trying to work on this city that they are rebuilding, so to speak. It's mostly people waking up early to start the kind of the farming process. You do see people go down to fish. Anybody who has a fishing pole with them and walks by Blouts, if he is awake, they will make a wide berth because they don't want him to see them going after he was so successful the day before. But yeah, a lot of people here are up very early. As soon as the sun is up, they are up. A lot of you will pretty much unhappily wake up because of the sound of kids laughing. But yeah, how does Laurel feel waking up in a city with children laughing and people going about their business like it was a normal place again? It would probably be like related to back before she was a werewolf, because people weren't judging her or anything.
Yeah. It feels nice. It does. Like, it's not home by any stretch of the imagination, but for a small, fleeting moment, it feels like home. But there's a bit of melancholy, bittersweet, because she knows that it's not. But she's happy to see some peace.
Yeah. And you can see up over the east, over the mountains, you can see the sun rising, kind of casting a shadow, but also kind of having that orange glow in the clouds. You don't see a lot of sunrises because you usually are in the rod of some security.
Indeed. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stretch. And, no time for a morning workout routine. I'm going to start gathering, everybody. And looking for did Blouts come back?
No.
I'll put a pin in that one for a second. I know Mavari is around. I will find Saran if she's awake. And ask her if she's coming.
Yeah, Serana is awake at the time. So, like, are you, like, currently asking her if she's coming along, or?
Yeah, yep, certainly am.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tag along with you guys, at least. Thank you.
Alright, are you sure? I know this is, going way out of your way.
Well, she's currently, like, packing Pakra's stuff in to, like, her bag. And she stands up, dusting off her coat. Yeah, I mean, I've I finished my task, so why not go on another journey, right?
If you want to, this journey is less of a journey, and it's a bit of a quest. But if you want to brave the dangers with us, it will be wonderful to have another comrade by my side. Battle buddies?
Battle buddies. She holds up a fist for a fist bump.
I fist bump.
Nice.
All right. We're missing two people.
You will find Ayala actually in front of like a stone-covered walkway, a little bit to the east of where people are kind of sleeping. And so it's like a pictured story showing the city of Athens. And it shows how it was named after Athena, like kind of the competition that happened between Athena and Poseidon. And it gives a little bit of a storied history of how Athenians invented democracy, and it shows kind of like a pamphlet of Athens being the greatest center for learning in the world, and how it has a great fleet and a big port. And you can see that in front of it, where the benches are, kind of looking at it, you can see in descending order, there is Taiki and Ayala in front of her, and then a little girl in front of Ayala, and then a smaller girl, around 4 years old, in front of that girl, and they're all doing each other's hair.
Okay, cool. Morning.
Oh, morning!
Taiki will smile.
Definitely morning people. We are, as promised, we are going to be heading out very soon. Are you coming?
Yeah. I still don't have any letters, so I'm free.
Okay. Alright, Ayala. Well, come along. Miss, it was... I don't think we had the pleasure of meeting, but it is
She
nice.
stands up and kind of straightens her dress. Taiki, hi, it's good to meet you. I hope you are enjoying the company of my sister Ayla. She's kind of like my younger sister because, you know, where my dad, sorry, kind of slept with a mortal with me. It wasn't a mortal, so we're a little different, but we're still siblings, and I still love my sister.
Yes, I completely understand. Well, we're going to be heading out really soon, so I guess you might want to say your goodbyes. We it was lovely meeting you, and I am very happy the fact that you two were able to reconnect.
Do you mean that?
Well, yes, why wouldn't I?
She's going to take your hand in hers, and like her hand is going to be under yours, and then her other hand is going to be on top of yours, and she's going to look in the eyes, and she's going to say, "Do you promise to keep my sister safe and protect her with your life and fulfill your promise to her?"
I kind of got like, this weird look on my face. Taiki, if I can be 100% honest with you, for I cannot lie, it goes against my tenets. The journey that we are going on is extremely dangerous. It is uncertain, and I have lost many friends along the way. To promise something like that would be negligible at this point.
Do you promise to do your best?
I can only do my best, but I cannot guarantee her safety.
Do you promise to do everything in your power to protect her and see your promise through to save our uncle?
Well, that also is a bit of a weird one. I promised Ayala that I would try, but it seems like things may not be working out how we planned. We're going to be heading to Athens to get another member of our party back. And then after that, we're going to see if it's even feasible. We were told by a very reliable source that Apollo may be out of our reach, and you can't get blood from a stone. But, again, I can try within
She
my...
cuts you off. Do you promise to do your best, Laurel?
Sort of like looking at her, almost scrutinizing her a little
She
bit.
smiles.
I promise to do my best. That's all I
Okay.
can offer, is my best.
I will take your best. Thank you. And you're going to feel a lot of warmth between her hands. Your hand's going to feel almost a little hot in between hers. And her eyes, her orange eyes glow a little bit as she smiles at you. And she pulls her hand back. Fortune will be with you.
I look at my hands. Is there anything different?
A little bit like you put lotion on it.
Ooh,
Like you have one hand now that has that's flake free.
very soft.
Yeah, that's nice.
Very soft.
It got treated.
Yeah, it's nice. It's weird that it's only one hand, but well, again, I can only promise to try. Ayala?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
both of the little girls that the hairs are getting done, they look at you also.
Hey, good morning.
They wave, smile. Hi, hero.
I really wish people would stop calling me that. Ayala, come on, let's go. We're burning daylight.
Hey, so Ty, tell Dad I love him if you see him.
Okay, same. Cause you're like a messenger, and I just kind of like roam around.
I mean, fair, but whoever
Yeah.
sees him first. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna do it.
Oh, okay, if you say
Okay.
so.
Hey, be careful flying around. Watch out for birds.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
always careful.
Yeah. You should get goggles.
Oh my god, that's such a good idea. You're so smart.
Oh my god, thank you.
Okay, kiss.
Okay, kiss. She gives you like a kiss on each cheek.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Kind of have just like this uncomfortable look on my face the entire altercation. Like, oh my god, are you serious? Okay.
She gives you a hug and then sits back down and starts doing the hair again.
Okay. All right. Okay. For real. Okay, fantastic. Ayala, might I have a word with you while we're like in private while we're making our way?
Oh my god, my lips are sealed.
Okay, Ayala. I have to I'm sorry, hold on. Oh man. Okay, look, I have to be honest with you.
Okay.
I have to be 100% honest with you.
Okay.
I made that promise to you, and I intend to do my best to keep it. But, all the same, I am but a mortal woman, and I don't know if I can keep that promise to you. Your aunt just went off to handle it herself, and I hope that she was able to succeed. But I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I may be writing some checks that my body can't cash. So, I put my hand on your shoulder, I look into your eyes, like, I am going to do my best. But you have to understand that you, a demigod, actual god, where are you on the totem pole?
No idea.
Okay. We're just gonna go with demigod. Just gonna go with demigod for right now, because you don't seem to know what you're the goddess of. Do you know what the goddess of? Are you a goddess of anything?
Ah. Zeus
Okay.
hasn't told me anything, so like,
Alright, then we will put you at demigod status. You are asking, as a demigod, for a mortal woman to do something that might be beyond her expertise, her doing anything. And you have to understand that. Do you understand that?
and I guess, but like, you pinky promise.
Yeah, I know, and I guess that's very sacred around here.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
can't go
something-
back on that.
Well, I'm not trying to go back on it. What I'm trying to say is I can't guarantee that I can even do anything about it. You can ask me to jump to the celestial plane and bring you the moon, but I wouldn't even know how to get to the celestial plane to even start. Do you understand?
I mean, I guess, but like, don't forget that, if, something were to happen to Apollo, I won't hesitate. Remember?
I squeeze her shoulder, just a little, and I say, if anything happens to Apollo, that has nothing to do with me.
I mean, if you say so.
Like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, she's on a trial run. Very well. But, again, we'll just have to see. We're heading to Athens to get Celtra, and then after that, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Okay, if you say so.
Oh, and then one more thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now, I think you are just the sweetest thing. Sincerely, you're just so sweet, and you're just so sociable.
Oh, girl. Oh, you're making me blush.
Yeah, but I think that maybe, just a little, maybe just tone it down a smidge. Because Mavari, like, her the way she carries herself, she's a little more reserved. And I guess she's just a little more used to, like, the quiet.
It's totally fine. She'll get used to me.
Indeed. We all will. We'll all get used to one another. And Blouse is the same. So just, maybe dial it back just a little. Just a little.
I don't understand.
Pat you on the shoulder. You know what? You'll figure it out. Let's go, Ayala. We're burning daylight. We have to get to Athens. We have to go get Celtra. And then I have to figure out how I'm supposed to bring you the moon.
I mean, sounds like a plan to me. Easy, right?
Oh, Torb, take me. I just walk to go find Blouse. Meet me at the cart.
I'll be there.
Alright. I try to go find Blouse. Just holding my hands. Holding my head in my hands. Walk into the woods. Blouse, we're leaving! I just shout into the forest.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, I'm shouting into the woods. That all really all depends.
Guess you'll
Blouse?
eventually to the edge of the forest. Did you let her down easy?
Blouse, I'm beginning to think I have an actual serious issue. And you're gonna have to follow me here. I think I have a lack of telling anyone, no. Okay,
So why did you do it and not have Mavai do it?
Because because Mavari is a silver-tongued viper who can get me to do anything if she freaking smiles and leaves without me being able to get a word in edgewise. Look, good news though. Taiki's not coming.
That doesn't make it any better.
I feel like it should. Because I feel like we dodged a
One
bullet.
point in a barrel with you is no worse than two.
I mean, that's very true. That's extremely true. But
Two at least makes it suffering end faster.
that is very true. But we would suffer, but I promise you it would not end faster if both of them came. Look, you're just going to have to suck it up and deal with it. Much like I have to suck it up and deal with a lot of things. And unfortunately, Ayala is coming whether you want to.
Miss Laurel.
Yes.
I like to think of us as friends.
Aw, I do too.
You're a very rare instance of me having friends.
Mm-hmm.
But Ayala is a walking time bomb. She is a delayed blast fireball.
No,
That you just put back into the cart.
Yeah, I know. I had the conversation with Mavari. She is...
What are we supposed to do about plane hopping?
I don't know. I tried to explain that to Ayala, and I don't think she understands.
I don't think she understands a lot of things.
Yes. I mean...
I accidentally walked into the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
I was stuck there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Exiting another plane into another is not an easy feat.
No, it's not. and I was trying to.
That's a promise that you can't keep, and something tells me as soon as you can't prove that you can do it, there's a high chance that we have to fight her.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Blouts, I've already come to terms with it.
Coming to terms with it does not mean it's a good idea.
So what should I do? Just tell her that I can't do it?
Yeah? Admitting your own weakness is not a weakness itself. You are not a strong enough spellcaster to shift planes.
I mean, you're right, I'm not.
You can't just pop in, grab her uncle and her aunt again, and pop out. Your promise is fulfilled. You got what you could do done. At the moment. There's no reason that you should be tied to an oath that has no way of you completing it.
I guess that is true. I guess I'm just not used to...
Even against impossible odds, a paladin's oath can only bring them so far.
That is very true, Blouts. You say you're not that smart, but you're very wise. You remind me of Karist in that way.
We both had scales.
You both had scales. Here, how about this, Blouts? I will, and I won't make a promise, but I will find a way to talk to Ayala and let her down gently. I can't do it right now. She's riled up, and I don't think she ever comes down. But either way, before Athens, I will talk to her, and I will pretty much, for the first time ever, release myself from a promise. Ugh, feels weird. Feels gross. And I don't like it.
Her ties to the Olympians is what causes this problem.
Yes, I know, and I talked to Mavari about it, and I told her that Ayala is a liability. That is not even... I'm not even arguing that. She's definitely a liability. But she's also a kind of invaluable. She has information that we don't have. She has knowledge that we don't have. And if she could be made an ally...
That's not likely.
You never know. I didn't think that I'd ever make allies with a fiend. But, you know, Mavari's here.
There's a very big difference between trying to make allies with a half-mortal fiend and a deity.
You know, I don't even know what Ayala is. She doesn't even know what she is. I asked her if she was a goddess, and she said no, and then I asked her if she was a demigod, and she said she didn't know. I don't know what she is supposed to be. I don't think she even knows what she's supposed to be. But no, I don't, it pains me to say, I don't trust her. I don't. Don't think that I do. But for right now, it's best to just have her around. Because let's face it, we could have easily been eaten by Artemis if she wasn't there. You have to at least make that much.
No, I think that was mostly Mavari.
Mavari, like I said, she's such a silver-tongued viper. She terrifies me in that way. But in a good way, kind of. I respect the hell out of her.
Buzz will clasp a gauntleted hand on her shoulder pulse and she's making a very loud clink.
Mm-hmm.
You remind me a lot of my grandmother, Laurel. But there's one thing my grandmother always said. There are no gods to help you when they have all abandoned the world.
I don't know if I ascribe to that, given that I still follow a god, but... This
world's gods are cruel, selfish, and it's not the first time I've heard stories of gods abandoning their people during an apocalypse.
I agree. I agree with that.
Her inability to understand that the selfish ways of her people, her own family, is not a good thing to abide by.
No, it's not. She has what we call an unhealthy loyalty. But we'll figure it out. That's all we can do.
The only thing we can truly hope for is maybe she is more like paladin than the others.
That's all we can hope. I told Mavari that Ayala has till Athens, And if she can't prove that she can be trusted by then, best case scenario, we tell her to go find something else to do and she leaves. Worst case scenario, well...
A
I'm sure
harsh
you know.
comment set her off. I wouldn't trust her till Athens.
We could only see. I'll free myself from that. I'll free myself from the promise. Not in private, but with everyone around, so if anything happens, well... I'll have you. And Mavari. Poor Saran.
Oh, she's being dragged into this.
I really don't want to. She seems like such a nice, innocent bystander.
She's also very small.
She's very small.
She's not even like 5 feet, it's weird.
Short people, have you never been around dwarves? She's
No,
not
not
a dwarf.
really.
I was gonna say, I don't think he has, actually.
No, the most I deal with other than humans is elves, a lot of drow, goblins, but I don't like those.
Well, no, goblins are awful,
Gnomes.
terrible little creatures.
Gnomes
What?
aren't so bad.
Oh no, gnomes are fine. No, but she's not. I mean, you've seen shorter people. She's tiny, but she's not that tiny.
She is, like, we say Mavari is small, but she is smaller somehow.
We do have a few, you know, very, very
Small
light.
spellcasters?
Yeah, no, it's a little jarring. It's like, you know, I kind of wish that there were more beefier people like us, like, you know, being able to, I don't know, the responsibility of making sure that these people don't get crushed into bacon mist. I don't like it. It's a lot of responsibility.
Celtra can take a hit, but I don't think he can take 2.
No, I agree. Celtra is better at combat than I think you give him credit for. I mean, he beat me twice.
The difference is, you have to hit him first.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
But when you
totally.
do hit him, he goes like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah, no, he can't. He can dish it out, but he can't take it. Who knows? If we're lucky, Saran will prove to be sturdier than we think.
She doesn't wear any armor.
Like Tyr.
And don't you always hear that ticking sound near her?
Yeah, it's a little strange, isn't it?
So I don't think that she's going to be a punch.
I didn't expect her to be punch. I was hoping that she'd be a little more like Celtra, you know, be able to, you know, take a.
She has that weird glowy sword.
We have a new strange companion that we're just going to have to learn more about. The same for hopefully Ayala, but
I'd put a little bit more off.
yeah, no, I agree. But like I said, don't think that I'm defending Ayala. I don't want you and Mavari to get it. Don't be confused. I am reckless. I know as much. That is a flaw, and that is something that I'm trying to check myself on. I fail often at. And Mavari is right, I could be too trusting. But I'm not an idiot. I know that having an enemy around, that's dangerous. But she's here. And right now, I'm sorry, she's not my top priority. I really want to get Celtra back.
He is a nice surprise for a drow.
Yes, he is.
I'm used to them eating children.
What?
What?
Do they do that?
Ja? Does it not that very often?
I've never really met a drow like Celtra, or like really much at all. I didn't know that they ate children.
Oh.
You have a lot to
There's a
tell
drow
me.
city, not far from the capital of Solomnia, and we have to constantly go down there and fight them because they keep trying to kidnap children.
That's a lot to unpack. You know what? Let's just go back to the cart, and we'll see. Because the fact that that woman might have sent Celtra into a den of child-eating monsters, that doesn't bode well. Let's just get back to the cart. Oh, good morning, Ginyao.
I mean, he's about the size of a very
Very large child.
large child.
Oh, man. Alright, head back to the cart.
Just metal clanking as they're back, because they're the armored too.
Yeah. We're
Just
very
clink,
loud.
clink, clink.
as they were having that conversation, because Saran and Ayala and cart, correct?
Yes.
Saran, are you at the cart?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mavari has a like a white piece of fabric in her hand, and she'll be like, Ayla, hold out your hand and close your eyes.
Okay. And she's gonna hold out her hand, close her eyes, look away even too.
Mavari is gonna tie the white piece of fabric to her wrist and be like, a return for the friendship bracelet.
Oh my gosh, no way. No way. Oh my gosh. Does this mean we're best friends?
Sure.
Besties for life! And she's gonna grab Mavari's hands and just be like, yay!
Ayala, I have to let you know, and Mavari will take her hands back. I am not a person of touch.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I didn't know that. I apologize very deeply. I won't touch you. I promise.
Well, I'm glad you respect boundaries.
Didn't know. Sorry. My bad. Should have asked.
So, well, good talk.
Love this, by the way. This is so pretty. I'm gonna cherish it forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, the material of it is very not of this world. It feels very soft but tough at the same time.
She's
it's not
doing.
something you would have come across.
She's just basically like holding on to her wrist, holding onto the bracelet, and just like holding it very close to her. I love it. I love it so much, by the way.
I'm glad.
Do you like yours?
Absolutely, these gems are gorgeous. You and Pike did a good job.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much!
Well, I am gonna go ahead and go get in the cart while we wait for everyone else. Y'all will ride wherever you want.
I will fly.
Yeah, I assume we just get back. Alright. Well, everybody seems to be here and accounted for. We need to get on the road as soon as possible. So, has everybody done everything? They got everything?
Last chance to use the bathroom.
Yep. Everybody had the potty breaks.
The citizens will make sure that you are stocked up enough for food and have plenty of water for at least 10 days, which is as long as it should take to get there and get back.
Well, thank them. And hope that, we'll see them again sooner than later.
All right. So you guys head out. It is still morning. Like, you didn't spend that much time talking weirdly about who in the party you can beat up. But as you go, Laurel, you've been on the cart for a while. Just kind of going about it. And you notice it is a beautiful day. You are going down the road. There's not a dark cloud in sight. You don't see any animals that could be malicious. There are a couple of butterflies that cross your path. It seems like just a really nice day.
What a beautiful sunny day.
Exactly. Roll a D100 for me.
Yep. Saw that coming.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's do this. Ooh, 35.
Okay. No, it's just a really nice day. Evening comes, you have made your way, kind of going parallel to the coast itself as you travel east towards Athens. And you've never been there, but I mean, there's a lot of citizens that could have told you how to get there. Ayala actually knows how to get there. She's never traveled on the ground level, but she knows the direction, so that's fine. She's like, yeah, the water's on your right, and then that's how you get to Athens. Like, it's pretty easy. So, yeah, you guys start heading there. It'll take you roughly 5 days to get there. 4.5. But it is pretty decently far. But it'll take you, or you'll be at kind of the peninsula of the island to where when you get there, there'll be water on pretty much every side except for the side you come from.
Gotcha.
Yep. So first day's over with. You guys have a delightful day. Beautiful. Moon comes up. You're safe. Do you want to go to the rod of some security? Do you want to camp out?
What say you, party? You want to go to the party house?
The party house was breached pretty easily.
Well, this time we should take precautions and actually, I guess, like take a quick look around to make sure we don't bring anybody in that we shouldn't.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Indeed. Perception.
Yeah.
Party house?
Oh, you'll see. It's wonderful. It's 11 for me.
Okay.
You don't see anybody.
I think that we are clear.
Hold up. What kind of terrain are we in right now?
It's like a grassland. It's by the road. So there is like a dirt road. And there's signs, like road signs and everything saying different ways to go. But I mean, there's water probably a mile south of you. But other than that, it's not forest, not desert, just kind of like a light grass area.
I will cast Primeval Awareness.
Okay. I'm sorry, one more time. What all does that cover?
Dragons, Celestials, Fae, Fiends, Undead, and Aberrations within 1 mile of me.
You don't detect any.
Other than my already known party members.
No, yeah, that's true.
Alright. Yeah. Once again, his wings will just like pop out and he will sense the area. So there doesn't seem to be anything around us within a mile at least.
All right. Well, that's good then. Then that means that we are clear to go to the party house, and I do a little flourish with the staff and whisk us away to the party house. Nothing's changed. Only Saran has her own room, but I don't know enough about her to give her own special room. So it's just like a very, very, very nice guest room with a private bath.
Saran's just gonna look around. How did I get here?
Oh, it's the magic. This magic rod, wand, staff of some security. It allows us to take ourselves to honestly wherever we want to go, but it's like sort of like a little pocket space, little pocket dimension that we're in. And I clap my hands for my dog servants.
So I will say you might want to explain this before you go because it has to be a willing creature when you do it.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, I will.
Y'all go, and then she just looks around. She's like, "Well, this sucks."
Where is everyone? Yeah, no, I guess
awkward.
Yeah, I'll explain. Like, you know, like just trust us. It's fine.
Oh, that's nice.
Wink. Okay. Cool.
Just trust us as we take you to some other like pocket dimension.
It's the party house. It's fine. Only one bad thing to happen here. You're fine. I guess 3 if you count Kita's foot.
You're not making this any better.
It's fine. Yeah. It's cool. The party house is great.
Other than Mavari's horrible family keeping trying to kill her, this place hasn't been too bad.
That was
Wait,
like
what?
one time. That was one time. And
Yeah,
that was very
To be fair,
rare.
it was one time.
It was one. Everything else was completely
Oh,
totally
I
peaceful.
was referring to the time she took us to her castle. It's a beautiful castle, but the world kind of sucked.
Yeah.
No
It made-
offense.
It made me feel a little uncomfortable.
So, like, how does it work if, like, this is definitely not a castle-looking place?
Well,
Essen-
no. It's more of a keep when you really think about it. As I'm looking around the interior.
Essentially, how the magic works is it brings us into an alternate plane. We are kind of where we were, so when we come into this plane, when we go out of this plane, we'll be back to where we were. But we are somewhere safe away from where we were, essentially. We plane hopped into a reality that we have shaped into our own paradise.
So you're making your own home or safe place, safe haven. How does it work? Like, is it just like magic or a contraption?
It's magic, it's done, and Mavari will walk over to Lorel and take the rod of some security. It's made with this.
Do you mind if I touch it or hold it?
You can hold it, but there's a cooldown. If you go to try to take us somewhere else, it won't take us. It'll try to block us out and then have to sleep and camp outside. But next time we rest, you're more than welcome to try.
Saran's gonna, like, she's gonna hold it and, like, kind of look around and probably, like, kind of knock on it to see, like, what material or, like, just basically just full on inspecting this thing.
I don't know what it's made out of. I just use
Fuck,
it.
I don't either. Hold on.
I don't even know. I just use it.
Plus
It
doesn't question
looks-
shit.
It's a type of metal that is made of metal with metal.
Okay, that sounds fair.
Yeah. I'm bringing it up. I don't think it says anything like that.
I don't think so. I don't think so either.
Well, it's a very interesting tool. I've never seen anything like it. She'll hand it back.
It was something I found when I first woke up.
First woke up?
Right. We all were in the underworld. Myself, Celtra, and Laurel. That's where we started. We escaped there and made our way here. When Go ahead.
You also have mentioned, like, say, Callist was there too, and so and two others, like that cat, and then another one that every questions about.
There was someone that they knew before they met me. Met Karist and Fallswind along when I first woke up as well. There were other people. We had a lot of people that we had they had picked up before they met me.
So I'm guessing it's kind of a normal thing for you guys to pick up random
People, yes.
tag-alongs.
It's a bad habit that they can't seem to break.
Well, I guess I'm tagging into that party, huh?
Yeah, it would seem so.
You guys sound very interesting and very nice, so I'm excited to see what will happen, to be honest.
Oh, that's a first.
The most mischievous smile plays on Mavar's face, and you think I'm nice?
I mean, she's just gonna like
You haven't really been
look down
rude
at
to her.
hands.
It's the same.
I haven't really seen you be rude, so I mean, I guess in my book you're nice. If you don't mind me saying that.
Oh,
I'll
do you have a
take it.
book?
No, I don't have
I'll
a
trade
book.
you. He will pull out his book.
I don't have a book, but like she'll like pat her pockets, like looking around, and then she'll feel something, pull something out of her pocket. I have this playing card.
Oh. If you want to read this book anyways, he'll just hand her the book.
Oh, if you want to read books, there is a library.
What the fuck? We're gonna flash back to someone in Delphi shuffling the deck of cards and looking at it going, hey, why do we only have 51?
3 Dragon Ante, but it's only 2 Dragon Ante.
I know you do Dragon Ante. Oh man.
Oh, that would suck. It's like a puzzle you can't finish.
Yeah.
It's 5 Dragon Ante, but there's only 2 of them left because Sharon kept stealing them.
Damn it. Where the fucking cards go? Yeah, no, there's a library, there's a kitchen, there's a wine cellar. There's a field and there are stables, in case anybody would like to ride horses with me. I have supplied a horse for each of you, as well as my midnight.
You'll look incredulously at Laurel like, the fuck do I need a horse?
It's just for something to do. Just for something to do.
He points at Genielle.
Well, yes?
Sorry, I'll assume that you can't take anything from this pocket dimension, because otherwise you guys probably would have a much easier time on your journey.
You are correct. We can't take anything.
Yeah, it has to stay here.
Everything is a fabrication, including my servants.
But it's nice to have a bath.
Oh, it's so nice to have a bath. Speaking of which, and I turn to one of my servants, could you please start drawing me a bath?
Yes, monsieur.
He's so cute.
give Geniel another good scrub down. His scales get rocks in them. I know I could just dismiss him and then he'll come back perfectly clean, but that's not the same thing.
It's not. It's a nice warm soak. Oh, well, they're already preparing dinner, so.
Oh,
Ugh.
You guys don't like it when they prepare dinner?
I'm just.
They don't put enough meat in it for some reason.
They should. They had better.
I think they put too much meat in it, if you ask me. I'll go make myself something. They
You
don't
can't
have to worry about me.
You two can't confuse the staff.
This is like a real conversation at fucking like a restaurant.
They don't make enough meat. They use too much meat.
Oh no.
You two can't confuse the staff. You can't do that to them.
Is that dog? Because it wouldn't be that hard.
They're just all tilting their heads.
I'll just make my own food, like I normally do.
Very well. Please be nice to them.
They don't talk. How mean can you be to them?
Well, this cute little, and I gesture to the little French poodle that walked down the street. He seems to have found a knack for it.
They're not even alive. What
Well,
does
Bugs
it
will
matter?
suplex one.
Mavari, have some empathy.
Which
I
one
know
do you suplex?
I know it's difficult for you.
I've used
Whichever-
it a lot today.
Whichever one Laurel was pointing at, he's just gonna go suplex it.
You're gonna go suplex the French poodle?
Don't
Yeah.
suplex the French poodle.
What is happening?
This is literally like one of the never have I ever. Would you really do this?
Suplex a French poodle.
Make an
Are you
athletics
sure you
check.
want to?
Alright, I'll make an athletics check.
Brittany, roll a d20.
D20. All right. Wait. Hold on. Watch that.
23.
Just a regular D20.
Yes, ma'am.
There's
Alrighty.
no way to beat that.
16.
You suplex a French poodle servant. Are you happy?
See, they're not alive.
Blouts! What the
You
hell?
hear it whimper as it is hurt.
I can't...
Just a German suplex, you know?
You see, I
Resistance!
start
thought
to puff up, and you see that I start to glow gold, and my teeth get sharp. Blouts, don't do that again. I pick the little French poodle up, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Are you okay?
I'm sorry, monsieur. We
No.
tried to be welcoming. I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't mean to offend your friend.
You're all right, my dear. You're all right. You know what? You just take the rest of the night off.
It's just eyes Bavari is this fucking normal?
Thought this place
Does
was
she have
safe.
this much fucking empathy for non-real things?
She is a very nice person. We're just
Beginning to
here-
understand why we had to vet people to allow them to be paladins of Torm monsters. You go take the night off, my dear. I will draw my own bath.
Nico.
Just
Oh my god, you guys are wild.
scowl at Blouts, and I storm off to my room.
You're like, that's weird. If a training dummy talked at you, would you apologize every time you hit it?
She probably would.
That's weird.
Alright, so does anybody want to do anything before y'all go to bed?
Amari's gonna make herself food and then, take a bath. Not that she'll
Okay.
ever get the stench of this damn robe out, but
It might.
she can smell good on her own.
Yeah,
Usual-
eventually. Alright, so you guys bed down for the night, go to sleep, wake up, pop out of the ride, and start your day. Laurel, you're on top of the cart again.
Yep.
Not a dark cloud in sight. Beautiful sun shining down on you.
Nice.
The roads clear. No
Nice.
animals. No
Oh.
demons.
Oh.
Couple of butterflies. See even a bird fly over. And it shits right on you. I'm just kidding.
Let's go.
Roll a D100, do it, cowards.
I can do it.
Roll a d100.
Oh wait, damn it! Hold on. I forgot the 24.
Okay. Who's in the cart?
I am.
I think
Perfect.
everybody except for Blouts and Laurel.
All right.
Flying.
Ooh, so everybody meaning Saran and Mavari.
Mm-hmm.
I have to
Tyr's in
find
there
out.
too, but Tyr is a cardboard
Cardboard
cutout right
cat.
now. Yeah.
Yes.
Here is a statue.
Tyr is away saving the world in real life. Saran, are you in the cart?
But yeah.
Okay. Saran and Mavari. Well, I'm sorry. Saran, what's your passive perception?
Um. 15.
That's pretty good. Okay. So, Saran, you and Mavari hear a weird noise, like a slight beating, like or knocking of some kind.
Does anyone else hear that?
I'm watching the butterflies.
Mavari, you hear a slight cracking sound
From inside the cart?
from inside the cart.
I know what that is.
Saron's gonna like, tightly hold on to her sword, almost getting ready to fight just in case.
Mavari, you readying anything?
Yeah, and she's also gonna tell him to stop the cart.
Oh, LFD, can you stop, please?
And Mavari's gonna get out.
What's going on?
There's a noise
Yeah.
inside the cart.
Oh?
Saran, as you are the only one in the cart, you hear this very light squeaking sound.
Does anybody else hear that?
I'm gonna say you do not hear it yet, Blouts. It's not that loud. She only hears it because she's inside the cart. Mavari doesn't even hear it yet.
He will approach the cart, but yeah.
You see Saran, hand on sword, and there's a light squeaking sound.
Saron's gonna try to at least find the direction as to where that sound is coming from.
Okay. You go to the back corner of the cart, and it is there that you see these broken shells around the corner, and you see this soft little bird creature. It's furry, and it has a very sharp beak and these big brown and black eyes. It looks like a cross between maybe some kind of little puppy / dog bear and a bird because of the way its body is built and its fur.
Is everything all right down there?
It looks at you and it's doing kind of a little bit of a light snapping, but it's weak. And as it's doing it, you just hear this squeaking.
I'm going to. So, if I were to give it food, would it just be coming from a ration or something, or?
Do a nature check or Arcana, whatever you want to do.
We make does Box make it into the cart?
Yeah, you kind of can look over and see what she's doing and see what she sees.
Yeah.
So either
It's a
nature
griffin.
or Arcana.
Yeah.
20.
And you rolled which one?
Arcana.
Okay. It probably eats meat.
I will
You know-
hand it I'll hand it some leftover meat from the party.
Actually, you know what? I apologize. I actually forgot something. Will you make a history check? And I'm going to give you advantage. I should have thought about this before. My apologies.
9.
That's with advantage?
Oh wait, whoops. Not with advantage. 13.
Okay, fair enough. So you actually are from Waterdeep, and you know that there are griffin riders there. The guards, they ride griffins around, and you would often see them at the docks with their griffins. And the griffins, they would always feed them fish while they were training them or breaking them. So you think they're mostly meat eaters. You've never even heard of one eating any kind of vegetables. But it seems like fish is the good way to go, but they're definitely into the meat.
I'm going to assume that we have leftover fish from how much frickin' fish we caught.
You can do that.
So I will hand it one of the fish. And
It will gently, and I say gently because it's weak. Otherwise, it wouldn't be gentle. But it's kind of snapping at you, but in a weak way because it doesn't really have formed muscles. As it tries to just pull it from you and take it, and you just hand it to it or give it to it. Blouts, you do see this.
Oh,
You see it. Take the fish.
the griffin hatched.
The what?
The griffin?
Oh my! I forgot about that thing.
You
And
did?
Well, forgive me. We had a lot going on, and I
Oh,
sort of look like from like the top of the cart. Like I look down in through, and I'm just like, it's kind of
it's fuzzy.
It is
It's-
fuzzy.
Big old eyes are just looking up at you as it squeaks between bites.
Aw, it's cute. I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, we rescued the egg because we didn't totally murder its parents.
No. How long ago was this? I'm actually surprised that it survived the.
It's only been like 4 days.
Ayla's gonna let out a very high-pitched screech.
My.
Oh, no.
Is
Ayla.
the cutest thing ever!
No,
from-
you're going to scare it.
Depending on perspective, I suppose. I won't lie. I have slayed a griffin or two in my time.
Everyone has.
Its head snaps at Laurel. What the fuck? No.
Well, let me preface before anyone thinks I'm going to murder a griffin.
It's a baby.
A griffin baby. I am not. I have horses, and griffins love horse meat. They covet it above everything else. I had to protect my horses. What did you want me to do?
He's just like looking incredulously, like, what do you mean? No one's judging you for fighting griffins off.
Well, I don't know. I feel like everyone judges me for something or other. Mavari definitely judges me. I mean, look at her.
I'm judging you now for your
Need to
excessive-
defend yourself.
your defensiveness. There's
See?
no need for that.
See? There you
See-
go.
We literally killed 2 griffins before.
Mhm.
Nobody's judging you. There are feral griffins in, well, not my home, but not far. And I also know there's a griffin riders to the north.
Griffin riders. Ooh, I have this. And, like, I pull out the little...
Griffin statue.
Yeah, little griffin statue.
Every time griffins come up, you pull that out.
Because I have not used it yet.
Will you ever use it?
The question... That is the question, isn't it? I haven't really had much of a reason. I have no reason to fly. We managed to, get around pretty well. All the spaces that we tend to fight in are quite cramped, and I don't really see much of a use for a griffin now. But we have one, and now we have 2. Hello!
It
Aren't
is
you
just squeaking.
Aren't you just the cutest little thing?
It
Careful,
is.
it could bite your finger.
Of course.
It's probably very hungry, so let's load up on the meat real quick for it.
Well, she's feeding it. Well, okay, now here's the real question, everyone. What are we gonna do with it? I
Well,
feel like I might be ousting myself, but I don't feel like this one was my idea, was it? Was this mine?
no, this was mine.
Okay. Oh, thank goodness. I was afraid that this was my idea. And I don't think I'd be that, I mean, like, I think I'd be that crazy.
No, I found the egg.
Okay, perfect. So then, what did you
Jew
pull
and
up
Tier are having a custody battle over it, so.
there? Were we? Well,
Yeah.
50-50 split.
Tyr is currently a 2D figure. and I...
But he's
and
also
I
on the
have
cover of a very erotic novel.
I would like to point out that if you guys are both going to compete for It's Not Fair, if James cannot be with us today.
Of course. I'm not
Just-
gonna sit here and just claim the Griffin baby for my own. For God's sake, I have an actual Griffin and I don't even use it.
We,
Well, let's just hope that doesn't follow the usual logic of birds and it sees its owner or
imprint on the
parent.
first thing that it sees.
oh no,
Yeah.
it does do that.
It would be you, Saran.
Congratulations, you have a child.
That is,
Surprise!
Thank you for taking that responsibility from the rest of us.
Now wait,
That's
hold
what-
on.
that's what my aunt said to my uncle when the first child hatched.
Oof.
What is up with your family?
Hatched?
We have a lot to unpack
Oh.
with you, Blau.
So my
hold on.
uncle married a dragon,
Uh-huh.
and well, they had half dragon babies.
Uh-huh.
You started this
And
conversation.
they hatched?
Yeah, they hatched.
So I got bit by a radioactive spider.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay,
Blount's
well,
family got bit by a radioactive dragon, and now everybody's fucking them.
oh man, look,
Jeez.
I mean, it might, we don't know if it's completely imprinted on Saran. I feel like this one might be It Takes a Village.
Oh, there's only one way to find out. She's just gonna stand back up and take a few steps away.
It
Just,
it keeps
sorry.
snapping out in the air after you, and then it kind of like falls over itself as it kind of like does the worm going towards you with its fur kind of drying off a little bit, and its wings like just running, like hitting stuff and moving in all kinds of different directions.
Oh, yeah. It's imprinted on her.
Okay.
Well, we don't have to worry about the It Takes a Village thing. With how many people we pick up, we have a village.
Ayala,
It's
you
okay,
wanted to put in your 2
rations.
cents?
This is just the cutest little thing ever.
Isn't it?
I just want to hug it.
Ayala,
Do it.
let's turn your tone down a little bit.
Oh,
You could-
sorry.
So just hatched that ears are very sensitive.
Sorry.
Well,
You could scare it to never want to be near you.
Wait, really?
Ja.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Oh no. Okay, and she's gonna hold her mouth or her hands over her mouth.
My
You
cousin
found
is
it.
still scared of her dad after
found
he
the
accidentally
secret.
squealed.
family is very interesting, Blouse.
Is it?
More interesting than mine.
Well, you did mention that. Well, he does polite cat face. I don't know if I want to continue that sentence.
I just gotta give like a bit of a shit-eating grin. So let's. I don't want to stop keeping watch, so I guess you guys can take care of the baby for right now, and if you want to sit it up here with me, I don't mind.
Blout says you're laying in the cart, and Saran backed up. It tries to bite you.
I have armor on. I have a gauntleted hand.
It
I'll let
like
it-
gets a hold of your finger, and you can hear its beak like hitting against the metal of your gauntlet. And even though it's a baby, you feel like its beak is very sharp.
It can bite at my gauntlet for a little bit.
It's teething.
No,
They're enchanted anyways. It's fine.
how adorable. We again, I'm gonna continue to keep watch on top of the cart, but like I said, if anyone gets tired of watching it, you can sit it up there with me. I won't mind taking care of it for a while.
So it has like that usual like whenever a bird is coming out of the egg, like weird goo stuff, right?
I'm sorry, what? Evil goo stuff?
No,
No,
weird
bird
goo thing.
Oh.
egg
I was
goo.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It does have that on it, but it's dripping off, and it is kind of shaking itself a lot, trying to get it off of itself. So while it is weighing it down, it's still drying. It has a little bit of goo, but it won't be on it for very long.
Okay.
No alarm. We can keep traveling.
Saran's gonna like take a cloth and kind of pat down the griffin child baby.
Aw. Okay.
I'll tell Alepti to keep moving.
All right. You keep going. And Saran is inside this cart holding this griffin, and it does bite her a lot. It is pretty much constantly snapping. And she can actually stare at it and maybe studying it and seeing how it works, kind of. But it actually has a lot of muscle for a bird. Like, you're not really sure how they work, but you can see its muscles under it, like it's like, you know, like a bulldog. And it is quite the biter. But I mean, if you get your finger past the beak and just into the curve, or I'm sorry, past the tip of the beak and just into the curve of it, then it can gnaw on your finger and it won't do any damage. But it can pierce skin with the tip of its beak already.
I'm just gonna put on a glove and let it gnaw my finger just to distract it for a while.
It's for the best. Alright. So, as Saran plays with this new baby griffin, and you guys close out the end of the second day of travel on the way to Athens, and on the way to hopefully save Celtra, you get into the rod of some security, go into the party house, and everybody is about to bed down when Laurel walks into the room that they have lent out to Ayala. I'm assuming with a margarita and a smiling face with a party hat.
Well, I mean, no, not really. It'd be more like, with a somber look. And yeah, no, just like, just with a somber, quiet look. I would like to just preface that I have been meditating and praying up whenever I get the time up to this point, because I know that I'm about to do something that goes against my tenet. So just trying to prepare for it.
You'll probably see Ayala with stacks of books that she was recommended. Just reading, just trying to figure out different languages that she could learn that she doesn't already know.
Ayala?
Yeah, hi!
Hi. Are you busy? You look busy.
I'm just trying to, read up on some new stuff.
I see. Do you like it? The books that are in the library are only what I remember. Anything else that you might find, unfortunately, might be blank.
They're really fascinating. I mean, some of the words I don't really truly understand, but, fascinating.
Good, that's good. I'm glad that you're fascinated. Ayala, I need to talk to you.
Sure.
About something a bit egregious. Serious even. Do you mind just giving me your undivided attention?
Any promises? But okay.
So, do you remember the conversation that we had, back at Delphi?
Oh, we had a lot of conversations. You have to be way more specific.
About the one about, Apollo? When I used the analogy of getting you the moon.
Oh, yeah, and then you made that pinky promise.
Well, though I am not entirely certain of the ritual of, get the pinky promise ritual, I'm not entirely certain how. I mean, clearly it must be very sacred, but I apologize sincerely, but I can't go through with that promise.
Are you going back on your pinky promise?
I apologize. I do, but I'm going to have to.
No. You can't go back on a pinky promise. That's how it works. You have to see everything through. Otherwise, you're just breaking a promise.
I know, but Ayala, what you're asking of me and what I have come to realize very recently is that I don't think that I can do this for you, no matter how hard I try.
What do you mean? You're not gonna help?
Well, it's not that I won't, it's that I can't. We were told that even we know where Apollo is, maybe, but I can't get there. I don't even know where that is.
Did you even try?
Well, I don't even know how to try, Ayala.
I mean, researching, duh. And she's gonna hold up one of the books.
I mean, I suppose that's true, but
you mean, you gotta ask questions, you gotta read some books and materials, and you gotta kind of start figuring out and planning shit, and then otherwise you're just wandering around aimlessly. So,
I mean, I suppose that's true, but I just don't know how any of this works. Not to mention your aunt? Artemis? She's your aunt, right? Yes? No?
Yeah, she's my aunt.
Well, I mean, she kind of already went to go solve the issue herself. And she's like 1,000 times more qualified than I am. She literally just
Yeah.
went there.
Like you made a pinky promise.
Okay, yeah, but I can't do it though. So I want to know what sort of ritual is required for me to, I guess, like take back the rescind the pinky promise. Again, I know nothing of this custom, so you have to tell me.
Nothing much to tell. You make a promise, you keep it, the end. Otherwise, you're just totally breaking the promise.
Okay, very well.
You can't just rescind it.
Well, then what would be the consequence of that?
You tell me. You get a pissed off Ayala?
I mean, I don't want that, but again, it's something that I understand my fault. I should have never done it. Because again, I didn't really... I guess that the requirements of the assignment were beyond my capabilities. Are you really not willing to just let this one... Not necessarily let this one go in the sense that I have refused to help you, but if I can't do it, Ayala, I can't do it.
You shouldn't have made the promise to begin with.
Well, exactly. But I'm not going to hold myself to this. I can't. It's not fair to you either. What do you want me to do? Just continue to have the promise and, I don't know, wander around for infinitum?
Yeah, a promise is a promise. So,
Ayala, look, I don't want you to think that I'm taking this lightly. This is going against one of my many tenets.
Your what?
My tenets. My code.
Huh?
It's a thing. It's my code. It's my tenet. It's my the things that I am bound to. My order. Do you really not know what that is, Ayala? Ayala, do you sincerely not know what a code or a tenet is? I thought you were a demigod.
I mean, I am. I'm just a messenger, though.
Okay, well, my tenets are that of devotion, honesty, courage, compassion, honor, duty. And
Oh, like
I know,
an oath.
yes, like an oath. And trust me, this isn't easy for me. It's not, okay? I have broken tenets before, and I do not take them lightly. I sincerely don't. And I wouldn't break it if I didn't think that I couldn't do it.
Still don't understand why you would even make the promise to begin with.
Ayala, again, I made the promise because I thought that it was doable.
Now
But
you're
I have-
second guessing your own strength? Is that what it is?
I'm not second guessing my own strength. I'm trying to be practical and realistic. I'm not the only one that I need to be thinking about right now. And certainly, I'm not the only one who I need to be thinking about right now. There's Blouts, there's Mavari, and then there's Celtra. And then there's Tyr. And I'll even throw Giniel in there. He's a very pleasant chap. And now I have another. And they didn't promise you this. And I just can't go off by myself and do it. And again, I don't know the first thing about doing any of it. Ayala, this isn't me telling me that I won't help you. It's telling you that I just can't do it right now. So again, if I ask you if you are willing, please release me of this. And if you won't, then what else do you want of me? If it requires a sacrifice or a pound of flesh, then so be it.
I want you to bring my uncle back. I don't care how you do it. You made a promise to begin with.
I mean, I guess that's true, but again,
I want you to help bring my uncle to me. I want to see him again.
If you won't release me of that promise, then you're just going to have to wait.
Promise is a promise. I never go back on promises.
And generally, neither do I. But I'm sorry, Ayala, I have priorities, and I don't want you to hold this over my head. And I know, and if you think you can, then I suggest you talk to Mavari and Blouts. Because they won't let you. I'm trying to do this civilly. Again, this isn't me telling me that I won't help you. It's telling you that, I've got other priorities, things to think about. And again, I don't even know if it's doable. Because for goodness sake, your aunt, who was an actual god, told us to do it. And we had 24 hours. And we tried. And then we were pretty much told no. That getting there is nigh impossible. Not for your aunt, though. Again, she might have already solved the issue, for all you know. Can't you speak to her?
I haven't tried.
Well, you might want to. Because if the issue's already been solved, then... I just shrugged my shoulders. Again, I don't know what you want out of me. I apologize that I promised you the moon. I should have never done it. But then again, I thought that getting you the moon was a little more feasible. And just repeating to me that a promise is a promise isn't going to fix any of that. Again,
Maybe.
If it's something that you will not release me of, fine. But you either need to understand that I may not be able to do it, or it may not even turn out the way you think. But again, if there is another way for you to release me of it, this ritual, then so be it. I'll give you anything.
Anything?
What do you want?
Can I think about it?
That's dangerous.
What, you don't trust a god?
I only trust one.
You're not a god.
This. I think
What?
about it overnight. I'll release you for now.
Tilbert.
And we'll make a new promise in the morning?
No promises. No more promises. I think Mavari will strangle me if I make another promise. I already made another one that I technically wasn't supposed to make, but I think I just have a hard time saying no to people now that I'm kind of thinking about it. So no promises, no promises. I can't promise anything anymore. Again,
It's a
I will
friendship
give you...
bracelet.
What?
A friendship bracelet.
What about it?
A friend, maybe join a friendship bracelet party. Be my friend.
Can
you at least promise me that?
You want... I'm just confused. You want me to... What is a friendship bracelet party?
We
Is that
hang
is that
out.
another ritual?
Well, kind of. Like, we gather together, we gather different materials, we make bracelets, and then we can match bracelets, and then we're all gonna be best friends forever.
Just looking a teensy bit uncomfortable. So what? Is it just like, some sort of like bonding ritual?
Yeah, I mean, as close as it may seem like that I am with my family, I really am not that close.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get to usually see a lot of people, so this is new for me, and it would really mean a lot to me if you can promise to be my friend.
Hey, Ella. When I allow people to follow us, when the party allows people to to follow, to come along, I already consider you an ally. I don't need some sort of weird friendship bracelet. If you follow me, then I will do everything in my power to protect you. You will be a comrade in my eyes.
But think of it this way. If I have to go back to work, I want something to remind me of you. And everyone, for that matter.
So, if you release me from this promise, you just want a friendship bracelet?
Of our friendship. Yeah. Forever.
The forever thing is giving me pause, but if it's just friendship, camaraderie that you want, solidarity, I can give you that. I don't really need a bracelet, but I understand the sentiment. Sure. If you release me, I guess I'll attend this friendship bracelet ritual. There's no blood sacrificing involved, is there? I don't do blood sacrifices.
Do you want it?
No, I don't do blood sacrifices.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Ella, can I be honest with you?
Sure.
you know you're walking with the enemy, right?
What?
We've already had this conversation. Now look, I've told you, I don't give a damn either way about whatever it is that your family and, like, the Titans have going on. I sincerely don't, but you have to know that, we may have us, like, you and the party, including me, may have conflicting goals. You have to know that, right?
I mean, it was kind of obvious when, Blouts kind of stabbed me. A little, maybe?
Yeah, Blouts is...
I had, like, my benefit of doubts, but, yeah, that kind of hurt.
Yeah, I apologize for that. I know he won't. But that was a little out of left field. But the point I'm making, but you get the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that you have to know that, right? And there may come a time where you may have to decide. You have to know that.
Okay.
Ayala, you just admitted yourself.
It was just the one time.
Yeah, it's just the one time, but this is a party that has loyalties. Granted, I have a completely third party. My loyalty is to a completely third party, but, I do owe... And I'm wearing I'm just wearing a tunic, and I pulled down to show my clavicle. I guess right above where my breast would start, the mark that name I can't
Nafil.
pronounce. Thank you, Nafil. I was looking at it, I was just like that Nafil gave me, and I was just like, I am damn near marked by what you would consider an enemy.
DM, real quick question. Nafil, is that a name I recognize?
No.
Yeah. So I'm looking at you kind of like, what is going on?
I forgot. Nafil is a Titan.
Huh? What?
Mavari is going to kill me. Yes. It's a Titan. It's who I've been marked by. I suffered from a very terrible affliction, and I technically still do. We have to figure out, we gotta see what the full moon is gonna look like, but this was given to me by her, and she helped me. So, in a sense, I do have some loyalty, but the symbol of itself is not her symbol. The symbol is Torn, which is, again, I mentioned, the complete third party. He has nothing to do with this.
My head is starting to hurt.
Ayala, I'm beginning to worry that I can't make you understand any of this, and you're just gonna have to learn the hard way. I don't want that for you, though. I want to be your friend. I want you to be our ally, wholeheartedly and sincerely, but we have to trust each other. And right now, it's looking a little shaky, coming from, the others. That's not a warning, it's just me talking.
Did I do something?
Oh, no, you didn't do anything. And
You make it sound like I did.
No, you didn't do anything. No.
Oh my god. Wait, am I too much?
No. I mean, smidge. But just a smidge. You have a very bright and sunny personality, like a sun.
So I radiant?
Yes, you're extremely radiant.
Cool.
But times you could maybe burn just a little too bright.
Ooh. Oh.
Does that make sense?
I think so?
So yeah, so it's not the fact that that it's a problem. It's just like remember what I said, that maybe tone it down just a little? You tend to burn maybe just a little too bright, where it can hurt the eyes to gaze upon you, your radiance. Like I said, that's not an indictment on your personality. Personally, it's nice to have someone who's so cheerful. Because trust me.
Thanks, I try.
Trust me, I'm not a very cheerful person. I try.
No, you're not.
No, I try to be, but I'm not a cheerful person. So, like I said, it's nice. Personally, I want you as an ally, and, even better, I would like you as a friend. But you yourself and only you have to think about and come to terms if you're willing to walk with us, because it may mean you having to pick a side. And I don't want that for you.
Like, just wide-eye stare. And just, like, cocks her head to the side.
Do you understand what I'm saying, Ayla?
I think so?
I mean, I suppose that, like, would you prefer me to speak more plainly? Have I lost you? Again, I can speak more plainly to you if you want me to.
Not sure. But I think I got it.
Sort of like squinting and like really scrutinizing. Like, does she get it? Okay, then let's do a test, shall we? I just want to make sure that you understand. And I show her the symbol on my chest again. And I'm like, this was given to me by a Titan, I feel.
Yeah, I still don't know how that happened, but okay.
It was a whole thing. But you, your whole family is that of your pantheon, the gods, correct?
Yeah.
And you've told me that the gods and the Titans don't exactly get along, correct?
More or less. I know that Zeus and Oceanus are having at it right now.
Well, I don't. I mean, your family drama aside, but the point is that your family and Nephil wouldn't really get along, correct?
Sure. Sure, yeah.
Exactly. Okay, well then let me put this a little more differently. Would Zeus be willing to have a lovely sit down and tea time with Kronos?
She's gonna shrug.
Like, probably not. You told me that Titans and gods are the enemy. So right now, we seem to have, either unwittingly, at least on my part, sided ourselves with the Titans. And you have to know that you are technically walking with the enemy. You have to know that. So,
I don't think you're an enemy.
That is very true. And be perfectly honest, I don't think you're an enemy either. But you are on a different side. And I might be reckless, but I'm not stupid. I'm just saying there may come a point in time where you're going to have to choose friendship or family, Ayala.
Okay, okay, that makes sense. I get you.
Okay, oh, thank God. You understand then?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so then what do you think about that? Because I'm not going to make a friendship bracelet with you if you're going to expect me to take your side all the time. That's not what friendship is, really.
Well, I still think we're friends.
I'm glad you do. And I suppose I feel like you've proven yourself. I can consider you a friend.
Oh, we're friends.
I suppose we are. So, just to reiterate, again, I don't take this lightly, but you release me of that promise. In return, I shall make you a friendship bracelet.
And consider yourself a friend of mine.
Indeed. As long as you understand what we talked about with the Titans and the gods.
Sure, yeah.
Does it seem like I'm so scrutinizing her again? Does it seem like she's understanding? Are the wheels turning?
She's kind of just like sitting there with a big old smile on her face, kind of like, yep.
Just thinking to myself, I don't think she understands. I don't know. Right, well, you know what? I guess we'll cross that bridge. Well, I'm glad that you were able to do this for me. I appreciate it sincerely. Again, this isn't something that I take lightly, and a hard lesson that I have learned. No more pinky promises from me, though. I will cut off my pinky before I make another pinky promise.
Ooh, don't do that. That's gonna hurt.
Well, yes. Well, yes, but if it means that I do not foolishly bind myself to a pinky promise ritual again, then it must be so.
Okay, if you say so.
Well, I'm not going to take my pinky. I mean, I'm just saying that, like, if if I were to be offered a pinky promise again, the answer would be no. And if I must cut off my pinky to keep myself from doing that, then I will.
If you say.
Indeed. Again, I'm not entirely certain of, like, that sort of ritual. Is that just like is that a thing here?
I mean, I thought everybody knew what a pinky promise was.
I have never done a pinky promise. There is no locking of pinkies. It is simply your word.
Well,
Say
then
what you
you're
mean.
missing out.
I look at my pinky like I don't particularly know what the benefits or the drawbacks are. You just told me that I just shouldn't break it. Like, was there something that I should have been worried about?
Depends on circumstances. Every
Ominous.
pinky promise is a different one.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Ominous. Again, I won't do it again. But thank you. It means a lot. Now I have a lot of repentance to do, so that's going to be very fun. I mean that sarcastically. Yes, I have a lot of repentance that I have to do for this. So I had better get started. I get up and I do a curt little bow. Good night, Ayala. I look forward to having breakfast with you in the morning.
Sounds good. I'll see you in the morning.
Indeed. Oh, and thank you for being so kind to the house servants.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're cute little things.
Aren't they? They're very precious. That little poodle one, he's my favorite.
He's
So
abused.
cute. So cute. Anyway, good night.
So Laurel heads off back to her room, and the night seemingly ends. Ayala goes to sleep, goes back to her books, happy that she has a friend, and she's hoping that she'll get to make a friendship bracelet, but she's pretty happy. Laurel goes back to her room, lays down, and her mind and spirit are boggled down by the weight and guilt of what she has done. She has broken a promise. She's broken a tenet. She broke an oath. And as she closes her eyes and finally drifts off to sleep, you see the mark on her chest start to smudge a little.